Hello everybody. Today I have a review of a beautiful guitar from Godin. This is a Seagull Coastline Cedar folk guitar. This is the full acoustic model. It came without a pickup, so I've installed an LR Baggs M1A active pickup for a client, and let's take a look at this great folk size guitar. This guitar has a cedar top and a laminated cherry back and sides. Real nice, beautiful grain on this cherry. That's Canadian, of course. Has a maple neck, really beautiful enclosed tuner. So let's take the electronic tuner off so you can see all of that. And a rosewood fingerboard. Beautiful rosewood fingerboard, and this really excellent tapered headstock from Seagull, which I've always liked, which brings the strings very evenly across the nut, and that's really a nice feature. I've always enjoyed that. Over the years, through our studio, we've had many of these guitars come through, and I and my students have always been pleased with them. This guitar is just a little bit smaller than standard triple O, just barely. It's the lower bout is 14 3/4 inches. Though if you look online in the heritage section of Seagull guitars, they list this as a depth of 4.5 inches, but I put the tape measure on here, and this is 4 inches, and they have been 4 inches for a number of years. Years ago, more than 10 years ago, they used to be 4.5 inches deep. And but I like them at this narrower, shallower depth. It's easier to hold, and just feels a little bit better that way. The saddle and the top nut on this guitar are tusk, and the top nut width here is 1 3/4 inches, and it's real nice. It gives a 1.5 inch spread from string number 1 to string number 6, and that's plenty of room without being too wide. And interestingly, the 1 to 6 spacing at the saddle is 2 1/8, and often with a wider nut it's more like 2 1/4 at the bridge here, but as it comes across the saddle. But I like this 2 1/8 spacing. It's a nice, you know, there's differences on how players like the width down here, and some like it, you know, like 2 3/8 or 2 1/4. But this closer spacing for a lot of finger picking, yeah, it's real nice to have that close spacing there for acoustic fingerstyle playing, and so that's how that spacing is there. So let's give a little listen to this, and I'll do a little finger picking here so we can hear how this sounds. I really like that very clear bell-like tone of the cedar. How about we try a little bit of strumming here? Okay. And let's listen to the intonation of this guitar, which is very nice. I had to do just a very little adjustment on the bridge saddle. And we can hear how the fretted chords stay in tune with the open strings all the way up the neck. And nice, there's your open E. And here it is, above the 12th fret. Still in tune. Very nice intonation on this. So there you go. Now let's give a little bit of a listen to the pickup. And so I'm going to plug in. And I'm into just a basic acoustic amp here. This is a Bugera AC60. I have set flat. I don't think that the speaker is perfectly flat, but you know, the sound, but that's where the tone controls are set, although this amp, like all amps, has a little bit of its own character. And let's just give that a listen there. I'll step to the side here so the mic can pick up a little more of the amp there. And bring up the volume a little bit. There we go. Pick up here. Maybe a little more here. And let's bring up a little bit of bass and a little bit of mid. See how that affects the sound there. Okay, maybe a little strumming. So on the M1A pickup from reveiw, one of the things I really like about this pickup is that it responds, because of the configuration of the two coils, which are stacked over under on this humbucking pickup, it senses body resonance there. And to me, for a magnetic pickup, that really gives it a little more microphonic sound. I really like that tone of this pickup. And so there you go. This is the Seagull Coastline Cedar. Did I say that? Coastline Cedar Folk with the reveiw's M1A pickup. And let's listen to a little bit of classical music on this, because just to show the tone of the guitar and the pickup here. This is Recuerdos de la Alhambra. I'll play a section of it by Torrega. Okay, there you go. I'm Hamre. I'll see you next time.